Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Live Ones. It is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021, and Game 1 of the World Series is in the books, and Atlanta has officially stolen home field advantage from the Astros. What a performance by the Braves pitching staff to absolutely shut down Houston. Charlie Morton gets hit in the shin by a sharp comebacker, breaks his leg, and still throws 16 pitches on it, and strikes out Jose Altuve. Morton's always going to have a taint for me because of his association with the 2017 Astros. Admitted he knew about the cheating but didn't speak up about it. But damned if that isn't the kind of stuff that folk sports legends that last forever are made of. Broke his leg. Still cranking out 95-mile-an-hour fastballs on it. Just amazing. So the Braves win 6-2, and I feel a lot more comfortable about the depth of their bullpen against this Astros lineup after last night. I think you can rank this series a pick'em at the moment. Game 2 is tonight. We'll talk about it in a little bit. News from the Deshaun Watson front. The Panthers have said that they're officially out of the hunt in the trade sweepstakes, as Watson would not waive his no-trade clause to go there. Looks like his preferred destination is the Dolphins, although honestly, Tua's looked pretty good in his 2 games back since injury. So I don't know. Seems like kind of a lateral move to me. All of this is so much smoke and mirrors, though. I'm sure wherever he ultimately winds up is going to want to kind of have some hedge against his legal troubles. Watson hasn't been charged with any crimes, but there are still 10 criminal complaints and 21 civil complaints against him that have to be adjudicated. It's a high risk, high reward, no matter what. We went 1-2 with our picks last night. I couldn't believe that first half between the Warriors and the Thunder last night. Still 4-2 to start the week. Let's get it back tonight. Big slate of sports on tap, and we are going to start off with Game 2 of the World Series. We've been seeing it all postseason long, and it's come to an absolute head tonight. This is a do-or-die situation for the Astros. They cannot go down to Atlanta down 2-0. They need to extend the series long enough to get back into Minute Maid Park. They pulled Framber Valdez before the third inning was over last night. Teams will pull their starter for the second that he gets into any kind of trouble and just use 6 or 7 relief pitchers if they have to. So who's pitching tonight for the Astros? Jose Urquidy. 3.62 ERA, but that jumps up to about 5 his last 5 starts. He's looked terrible coming into the end of season. Just looks like he's completely run out of gas. Urquidy, not really known as a strikeout pitcher in general, but especially not lately. I'm going to do a rare player prop tonight and take him on the under 3.5 strikeouts. You can get that at FanDuel right now. Again, I would not be surprised to see him go, not see him go very deep tonight. I think the Astros just try to throw everything they have in their bullpen at this problem to avoid going to Atlanta and having to sweep them on the road to stay alive. Period. No idea who's going to win tonight, but I think that's the best play on the board in this game. The player prop for Jose Urquidy to throw under 3.5 strikeouts. I think he does not last very long tonight, honestly. So we're going to move on from there over to the NHL, and the first game that we're going to take a look at tonight is the Maple Leafs and the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are getting off to one of the worst starts we've seen from them in decades in the wake of all the turmoil their organization's going through right now. We did a detailed recap of it yesterday. Through their first 6 games, they're not only winless, they have yet to hold a lead ever. They've constantly been playing from behind, allowing at least 4 goals in every single game so far. Marc-Andre Fleury, I'm sorry, I respect the hell out of him all those years with the Penguins notwithstanding. He had a great career resurgence with the Golden Knights for a couple of years, but he's in a really bad position right now at his age with this really bad Chicago team. And add to that, the locker room has been absolutely racked with COVID. They're playing shorthanded tonight. Toronto is off to an iffy start as well at 2-4-1. They're really just plagued in terms of offense, particularly on the power play. They've just gone quiet. But they have the talent. They really do. They've got Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews and John Tavares all just corked and ready to pop, go off for goals. And if they can't get it done against this depleted Blackhawks team tonight with what the Blackhawks are going through right now, this nightmare of a season that's just getting started, I frankly don't know when they're going to. So give me the Leafs team total over 3.5 goals tonight. I think this is their get-right game going into Chicago tonight. So going from the Blackhawks to the team that just beat the Blackhawks, we're going to take a look at the Capitals and the Red Wings. The Red Wings have capped off a really surprising 3-2-1 start that see them go really hot and cold on offense. Sometimes they're good for 6 goals, sometimes they get 1, sometimes they get shut out. Just not a whole lot of consistency with this team on offense. The Capitals, however, have no problems with consistency. They are the NHL's second highest scoring team so far this season, behind only the Florida Panthers, and they're 3-0-1 in their previous 4 games. Washington has not lost in regulation yet this season and has outscored its opponents 26-16. And that's bad news for the Red Wings defense, who's been giving up 33 shots on goal per game. Their defense just gives up a ton of opportunities, and whose penalty kill is among the worst in hockey. The Caps are getting great production from all the usual suspects in their top two lines. Alex Ovechkin has 7 goals and 5 assists so far. TJ Oshie got himself a hat trick Monday against Ottawa. Tom Wilson's his usual assist machine. There really hasn't been much more you could ask for from the Caps to start off their season, and I think they have everything that they need to go off against a Red Wings team that struggles mightily in their own zone. So give me the Capitals team total over 3.5 goals tonight. So from hockey on to the world of the NBA, and the game that I'm looking at tonight is the Hawks and the Pelicans. As expected, the Atlanta Hawks have been absolute beasts on defense to start the season off. Second in the league in fewest points allowed, second in the league in fewest field goal percentage allowed, third in the league in lowest three-point percentage allowed. Their rebounding could be a little better, only averaging 46 a game. I will grant you that 2 of the games that they played were against the Pistons and the Cavs, not exactly top-tier offenses, but they look good nonetheless. And now they're catching the Pelicans in a little bit of a sleepy spot here. The first game back after a 3-game road trip. They have no Zion Williamson. We've seen how much the Pelicans have been struggling on offense without him. DeAndre Hunter's going to be back for the Hawks tonight after an undisclosed illness. We saw in the postseason last year just how much it affected things on the defensive side of the ball when he wasn't out there. I'd like Atlanta to bottle up New Orleans tonight. I think they might be able to keep their team total to double digits. So give me the Pelicans team total under 107 tonight. That is my 4th and final play for the night. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at LiveOneSports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Wednesday night, and I will see you tomorrow.